Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Product Club. We have a jam-packed agenda, and today we are going to be covering Solution Accelerators, which is a really exciting new offering. And we've got a couple quick announcements that we want to go over while we are waiting for everyone to join. First and foremost, we have our certification, our brand new Advanced Automation Developer certification. It is on promotional pricing right now through October 15th for just $5. Normally it's $80. So this is quite a steal. Definitely go add it to your shopping cart and check out before the 15th. You don't have to take the exam by the 15th. You have plenty of months to study and take that exam afterward. Also, very exciting. We have document automation training camp starting on October 14th. If your team is exploring document automation or maybe has it and just you haven't put enough use cases into your automation program quite yet, this is a great opportunity for you to learn how to fully utilize this technology and actually make it very effective for your team. You'll get weekly plans that give you about 1 to 2 hours worth of training work to do within your own schedule. And you'll get invitations to our LinkedIn Live sessions where you can hear from experts and other customers who are having great success. Lou here is going to be putting those links into the chat so you can take action right away. And with that, I'm going to head over and do our introductions. Okay, so today, apologies. I have forgotten to update that it is the October meeting and we are covering solution accelerators. We've got Akshay Mittani. He is a lead solution engineer, and Matt Stewart, who leads our developer content and evangelism team. They're going to be leading us through this session today. A reminder, it is recorded. We use the Q&A for questions, and the chat is really for you to engage with peers for collaboration. And of course, we do have a survey at the end. If you can stay on, we would really appreciate any feedback you can provide. Now, Akshay, we usually do a quick introduction. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then I've got two questions for you. I think you're on mute.
Yes, always get to forget the button. But yeah, hey everyone, this is Akshay. I'm an automation anywhere. Been with the company for about almost 5 years now. And in my most recent role, I'm a lead solutions engineer leading our Gen AI practice in North America. So working with our biggest customers on new Gen AI solutions, seeing what's out there in the market, and taking that to our larger customer base. And that's what I'm here today talking to everybody about solution accelerators.
Awesome. Okay. Two really quick questions so everyone can get to know you. Uh, it is October here, which means in the US we celebrate Halloween, which leads to my next question. What is your favorite kind of candy?
Oh, that's a tough one. It has changed over the years. Initially, I was always a toffee kind of a guy where I just take some candy and keep it in my mouth and have it on for the next, hour and a half. But I would say most recently, I'm more of a Snickers or a Mars kind of guy ever since, you've grown up and you started liking those kind of candies. So yeah, I would say Snickers is probably my top choice and go-to choice.
Awesome. I can get on the Snickers train. Um, okay, the next question. We've asked a few of our speakers for Product Club this one. When you were a kid, what did you want to be as an adult, like when you grew up?
To be honest, I never thought I'll be doing what I'm doing today when I was a kid. And it was always, I grew up in India. So in India, cricket is huge, as you're, watching everybody playing cricket. And, we had the most famous cricketers were treated as, idols and gods. So I always wanted to be a cricketer till I came into 10th grade and realized that I cannot be a cricketer. So you got to do something else. And that's where I am.
Awesome. Okay. All right, well, with that, why don't you take it over from here and kick us on into the presentation on solution accelerators?
So thank you. So let me go ahead and share this. Make sure. Okay, I think I'm not sharing the right screen.
PowerPoint likes to
Just need
pick
this.
whatever monitor you don't have it currently
Yeah.
presented.
And this always happens with me when I'm on. I'm like, okay, everybody's like, you're the wrong screen on something. Okay. So basically, as we start talking about solution accelerators today, our main idea of solution accelerator is how can we make it easier and more standardized for all of our customers to build out AI agents. And before I go into what a solution accelerator exactly is, this is what an AI agent exactly looks like. If you think about any process, any request coming into your organization, you can split it into these four verticals, these four stages essentially. As a new request comes in, you will understand what the request is all about. This might mean detecting the sentiment of an email, classifying it, or extracting some entities from the incoming request. That is the understand phase. Then you go in and analyze all of this, right? This could mean, you're doing something with document automation, you're consulting a knowledge base to get some responses. You might be doing some kind of ML deep analysis. That's the analysis step or the analysis phase of a request. Then, based on your understanding and analysis, you would go in and run an action. This could mean updating a backend system. This could mean connecting a human in the loop. It could be anything. It's an action that you would do based on the first two steps. And the last step is, your response, where you would generate the output coming out of the action, right? This could mean maybe updating a particular ticket or sending an email back to the user. That is what the response phase is all about. If you take these four phases or steps, you can essentially build out any agent. And AI agents can be a variety of AI agents, right? A few examples over here that we have are like we could have customer agents where it just listens, makes recommendations, and moves ahead. We could have agents to make the employee experience better. We could have agents that could be creative and help anybody become an artist or a producer. And then we could have agents that could act as analysts or researchers that would synthesize large amounts of data and answer questions. And all these different kinds of AI agents can be built out using the structure. Now that we have the structure of what an AI agent looks like, we translated this and took this and said, okay, can we put this as part of our solution accelerator? And that is what we have out here is our solution accelerator. And
Hey,
we
Akshay,
with go
I
ahead,
think
yeah,
it might be a good time to launch our first poll.
sure, yes.
All right, Lou is going to launch the first poll. We want to understand um, where generative AI is implemented or will be implemented in your organization. Now, this is kind of an interesting transition because these solution accelerators should absolutely help with implementing Gen AI much easier, correct?
That's the idea.
All right, let's give it another 10 seconds and then we will close out the poll and share the results. All right. It looks like finance is the big winner, but customer
Because
service coming right up there, right behind it.
yep,
Amazing.
customer service and HR are like the two runner-ups.
Yep. This is super helpful information, everybody. Okay. Let's keep going.
All right. So with that, let's take a look at what these solution accelerators are all about. And with these solution accelerators, we've kind of divided them into, you know, six or seven different lines of businesses. So we're introducing blueprints, process templates, how-to guides for things like service operations. Now, you might ask me, what is service operations all about? Any internal operations that you have, and this was one of the options we had out there as well. Any internal operations that you have within your organization to help your organization just run more efficiently, things like returns processing, order management, is what comes under service operations. Then we're working on templates for finance, HR, IT, and the likes. And each of these solution accelerators will essentially consist of a few things. It will consist of first a process template. So as you're going out and beginning to build out your Gen AI use cases to build out AI agents, we'll give you a process template that will resemble what we just saw with AI agents. We'll give you a how-to guide on, what needs to be done, how you use the process template, what are the different parts of the process template, and then we will also give you a few prompts. Part of this is using Gen AI. And as you're starting out in your journey to use Gen AI, we'll give you those sample prompts like, hey, this is how you would classify an email. Here are 5 different ways you could potentially do it. Or, hey, here is how you could understand data from your knowledge base. Here are a few different potential ways you could do it. And all of this is coming as packaged along with these solution accelerators for you. Now, as an example of a solution accelerator, uh, what I have is a customer service solution accelerator, and this was number 2 on our list. So, you know, a lot of people are already looking into this. How can we do order management using this? And this is basically a different view into the slide we just saw with our 4 different phases. But the part I want to focus on is the bottom half of the slide. Every AI agent or everything will have these 5 different building blocks, and you could put them in any order. And here I basically put these 5 different building blocks in a completely different order to understand an incoming ticket, to analyze that ticket as to what the ticket is asking, what information can I go get back, to take some action to basically update it to make my Salesforce to update my Salesforce case with a comment or close the Salesforce case, and then finally send the email back to the customer. That is what my AI agent or my solution accelerator is doing for me right now in customer service. So let's go into a demo for this. But before I move into the demo, Kate, are there any questions we have out there or uh, comments from the team so far on Q&A or chat?
No questions that
No,
I
looks
see.
Akshay,
But
I will
perfect.
throw one comment out real quick. You and I have
Sure.
not synced on this, but we accidentally have a similar way of conceptualizing a process. I have understanding stage. I usually call it gathering information. I have a decision stage. You're calling it analyze. I have an action stage. You call it actions. You have a response stage. I call it an output.
Right.
And I will be, it's not created yet, but I will be putting together videos on how to turn complex processes into that type of view to get away from those really difficult to follow process maps with 80 blocks in Visio and arrows everywhere, breaking it down into something like this. That'll be coming probably by end of year, and it might help go along with solution accelerators to make people see how you guys have conceptualized those processes and put them into this format.
100%. Yeah. And our main goal with solution accelerators has been how can we conceptualize these processes and make them simpler for everyone to understand. So, yeah, that's perfect. So let's go into this demo, right? We have a customer service operation. And, for my customer service operation, my team is sitting in Salesforce today. And what is happening in Salesforce is I'm getting a new case coming in asking for an update on an order. And remember, all of this that I've built out has been built using our solution accelerator. That was my baseline as I went in and started configuring it to get my ticket information from Salesforce, which is my understanding phase, right? So I come in here and I trigger my AI agent. This AI agent right away gets my case number, gets my case description and everything, and now I can just hit submit. Now, what's happening in the background here? It's going through these 4 phases. It's understanding the request. It's using AI skills directly from within the platform to understand, you know, what is this person asking us all about? What is the PO? What's our intent? Is the customer angry, or is the customer satisfied, or is it just a regular update? We get all of this information in the understand phase. And as we go into the next analyze phase, and the analyze phase is where we are using knowledge bases. We have basically taken all of our information in terms of how do we address a request coming in for an order status update, and we put that into a knowledge base. We put in all the information about different POs and sales orders into the system, and started asking questions to it in natural language to say, and this is where our prompts that come along with our solution accelerators are really helping us out to say, okay, you need to go in and get information from a database. So let's go in and ask the question in this way or the other way. And then after the analyze phase, this will then go into our action and response phase. But while this goes into those 3 or 4 other phases, let's take a look at what this how-to guide on service operations is all about.
Real quick, Akshay, I wanted to
Mhm.
just provide one bit of information. What you saw in that Salesforce is no different than what Copilot and Process Designer do right now. He is just adding in additional AI skills. So if you've done human in the loop or process designer before, this is just adding in one additional capability. It's not an entirely brand new suite of products that you need to get familiar with.
That's right. Yes, this is just another way to use Copilot and Process Orchestrator. All right. So let's go into our how-to guide. And this is how detailed our how-to guide looks like, right? With these solution accelerators, we are going through, why do we have these solution accelerators, from the different challenges, and introducing our service operations agent. This is what we have today. And you can easily download this from the bot store. And that's what we have today for service operations. And we introduce our service operations agent and then go through how we are leveraging generative AI as part of this agent. So anybody who's new to generative AI wants to understand everything about solutions, about service operations, or how to leverage it, can easily come through this and start getting used to everything. And then finally, we go into the different components that have been built. And these solution accelerators have been built keeping all of you in mind. You might be using AWS for your operations internally. You might be using Google. We have provided you options for all the different hyperscalers, or even options using the REST Web Services package directly within the solution accelerator. So all you need to do is download this and start configuring it based on your hyperscaler of choice, so you can easily build this out and start using it in real time. We go through, and one of the main things that I do want to cover as we go through this is we then go through our separate analyze phase, what each part of the phase is all about, how we create a knowledge-based article, how we take action. So I'll quickly scroll through this. We have screenshots of different parts of the automation in here, but the part that's really interesting is this is where we give you sample prompts. We start out with, how can you take your first part, which is understanding the request. And these are just some sample prompts that you might want to put into the system. You might want to set up a particular persona for your service desk analyst, which would be something with customer service, or how you would go in and run the analyze phase for your same prompt. So these are the some sample prompts we provide to you with the same intent. How do we make it easier for you to be able to use generative AI as you move into this new phase, into this new category, and take it from there? There are a few other solutions accelerator we have actually launched on the AWS marketplace. These will soon be on the bot store as well for everybody to come in and start using. But we have Solutions Accelerator, or AI agents for processing embargoes or liens directly available over here, or Solutions Accelerator to build out loan underwriting agents and service operations agents. These will all be launched on the bot store very soon as well, and there will be more. Um, so that's what we have on solutions, accelerators, and everything that we have out there. Any questions from the team before we move ahead?
Before we jump into questions, I wanted to provide a little bit more usability context on it, unless you have any additional slides of that.
No, I don't have any. You can go ahead,
So
Matt.
there are two ways that I think people can look at approaching this. He's got accelerators for specific use cases. So if you are a product owner or process owner or whatever your organization calls the people who own the business operations and want it automated, you can start shopping that catalog to see if there are things that align closely with what you are doing or have a need for. But conversely, developers, you can also look at what they've built and understand the skills they've done to solve the problems inside of them. So there's an AI skill that's going to be in a customer service one doing sentiment analysis. That sentiment analysis skill is usable outside of that solution, and you could take that framework, learn from it, see how it's prompting, see how it's getting information, sending it in, and make use of it in your own custom build. You can learn from what we're putting together and providing in multiple directions and get value in multiple ways. Similarly, you don't have to just use them as is, right? I've seen multiple organizations do the exact same process in completely different ways, but I think they've done enough industry research to say that this is generally the way that things happen. And with Process Composer, you'll be able to swap in and out things that are needed or not needed. If there's a feature in here we're doing that you don't need, you just delete it from the process. It's not going to impact it. If there's something that you need to add, a new skill or a new integration with your source systems, that's what Process Composer is for. It's meant to make changing things much easier, and it's more flexible.
I see two questions. Do we want to go ahead and answer the Q&A right now, Matt, or do we want to wait for
Yep,
that?
Kate.
We can take Q&A right now. We also have another poll to launch at some point. So you queue us up.
Let's do the poll first, because sometimes poll questions drive additional questions when people get primed for thinking about
For
something
sure.
new.
Oh,
Do we have any more candy related poll questions?
I wish. Maybe I should actually formally introduce a candy related poll to a future one. I think the question would be, are you a fruity candy person versus a chocolatey candy person? Okay, let's just give it 5 more seconds. Okay, it looks like most people think that this is going to help them build faster, at least somewhat, which is good.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I'm good for Q&A.
All right. Well, first question up. From the understanding stage in this particular case, how does this differentiate from Salesforce AI Einstein / Salesforce AI agent?
So, Akshay, if you haven't worked with that, we've seen it a little bit previous roles. My understanding of Einstein is that it is their RAG implementation.
Right.
Einstein is going to go through the exact same type of stages. When you ask it a query, it's going to look at the relevant Salesforce data to your query. That's it doing the understanding of the request and the gathering of information. It's going to do an analysis based on your prompt. Here's I guess a dark secret of the prompt engineering world. Once you've gotten your data and you send it there, it's all the same. If you are talking to a large language model from Microsoft, from Salesforce, and you're sending in data, or you're talking to it from Automation Anywhere and you're sending in your data, that prompt in that large language model, you're going to get the same results. The magic sauce, so to speak, is how a product is able to let you talk to your data, access your data, search for it, get the right context, and then after you've gotten a response from a large language model, how that tool allows you to integrate it with downstream automation. I don't know how AI Einstein works with process automation, or if it's just a query answer tool, but ours goes beyond just the question and answer concept that you see in a lot of these tools, and actually allows you to take that structured information and do automation downstream with it.
Yep. And just to add to Matt's point, right? When you do these automations downstream, if you look at, Salesforce Einstein, what they're focused on is building these automations within the Salesforce platform, going from, Commerce Cloud to Sales Cloud to maybe Service Cloud and things like that. But any process that you're trying to automate within your enterprise is going to go across multiple applications, and part of that might be, desktop applications, legacy applications, mainframes, and that is what, Automation Anywhere will come out and help you out with, is because we have this ability and we have this platform that will help you go across these, 5 or 50 different applications without any effort, without any major development going forward over there.
Okay. Next question. Can we make these kind of Copilot AI integrations, such as the one shown with Salesforce, with ServiceNow?
So I'll go for it, Matt. Go ahead and add color and all that. So short answer, yes. In fact, we can make these kind of integrations with any web-based Chrome application and even on Teams. So essentially, our idea is we take these processes and automation and expose them out into your business user's interface. And that's a very easy integration. We can, if you need the technical details, we can go into that, but you can easily integrate into any web application or into Teams without any major development effort involved in that.
There are videos in Automation Anywhere University of placing things in Salesforce, and I think doing a couple of other web integrations. I'm not sure if ServiceNow is in there. If it isn't, maybe we can make a video that shows that. But that concept of embedding in web applications is covered in our university. I'll track down those videos, Kate, and we can share them out with the deck.
Awesome. Okay. Is there any Automation Anywhere license requirement?
So I saw this question. I'm wondering, in what context this is. So I will kind of try to answer it to the best I can.
I
But
don't. For whoever the anonymous attendee was that specific to Solution Accelerator, or was that specific to the entire thing that you saw? Because there is a need for Copilot for user licenses, but actually there's nothing additional for Solution Accelerators, right? That's just a download right from the bot store.
Yes.
I'm going to go grab the link to bot store specifically to the Service Ops Solution Accelerator so everyone can download it today if they'd like.
Yeah, I have that handy, so let me put that in the chat.
Oh, awesome. Okay. From Carolina, just on the integration part, out of curiosity, can you embed Automation Anywhere in Pegasystems?
I don't see a reason why not. Pegasystems is a web-based application based on what I understand of it, and so yeah, I don't see a reason why you will not be able to embed into Pegasystems. But Caroline, we can take this offline as well.
At PNC, we had done the Lightning component within Salesforce, and then just for people setting up their own things, they were putting it into homegrown applications. As long as they had access to the source code, they could go in and add the reference URL. And if they didn't have access to the source code, there's a tool that we use. Not sure the name of it now. I think it's still RA extensions, or Copilot extensions.
Copilot extensions.
Copilot extensions. All right, great. Which allows you to add it to sites that you don't even own. So if you don't have the ability to modify a source system, you can go in and do that. And then it's actually really, really easy. If you have an automation anywhere control room now, you could go and drop that Copilot widget that you saw into things like SharePoint or Confluence very easily and interact with it just for practice.
Okay. That was our last question as of now. Oh, just kidding. Another one just popped up from Juan. Can you talk about personal productivity agents? He's interested in how they can incorporate this into Power BI to enhance the analytical reports for performance reviews. Everybody's favorite thing.
So I can take a shot, and then Matt go ahead and on top of that. But um well, when we talk about personal productivity agents, we're talking about the Microsoft Copilot world, where you can embed into Power BI, as you mentioned, or Word to help you write a document faster, or help you build a PowerPoint faster. While everything that we have today within the platform can help you do that, that is something that we would not be focused on. We would be focused more on enterprise productivity, where we are driving end-to-end business processes with multiple business applications to provide you a larger amount of savings and ROI that is in there. While we have this scenario where integrate this into Power BI and get better analytical reports, we can definitely do that. We have these plugins, we have Copilot extensions to, add it into Power BI, and we can read the data of Power BI, send it back for analysis. So there is no way that we cannot do that. But what we want you to think about with these kind of solution accelerators is how it would fall into those four phases of the understand, analyze, action, and respond. And that is what will really give you true business value as you start looking at Gen AI through your larger organization.
Yeah, and just to add to that, the difference between a personal productivity accelerator and something like an enterprise tool, if one individual was going into Power BI to look at the reports for their direct or, just a collection of people, that's the personal productivity side. And as you mentioned, that's not really the priority we're focused on. You could do it, but if you have these tools, why not make it so every single performance review can be analyzed, collated by manager, get metrics from the entire organization, entire domains, do all the analysis, make recommendations as some larger HR function, and get a much bigger return for what you're building than just putting it in the hands of one person using it once in a while. So that's where these solution accelerators are supposed to step in.
And fun fact, at Automation Anywhere, a large part of our annual reviews is automated using, a combination of automation and Gen AI coming into play.
I think this is a good time to bring up our next poll. Okay, now that you've seen our solution accelerators, help us figure out where we should be creating our next versions of solution accelerators. I kind of think that Juan might vote for the HR specialist given his question. What do you think? Okay. I think let's close this out and share the results. So invoice analyst is an order management and HR specialist really are like the top spots here.
The order.
I don't think this is any surprise based on everything we hear. Would you agree?
I 100% agree. So like you want us to show, let's see what we actually have in the pipe for solution accelerators coming out in the next few months.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Right, so let me go ahead. Zoom screen, and this time I'll make sure I share the right screen. Perfect. So here are a few of our solution accelerators coming out over, Q3 and Q4. So Q3 means end of October, Q4 means towards the end of January. But there was a invoice analyst that was the top of the list. That's what we have coming out towards the end of this month. We have our HR specialist that I'm hoping a few of you will be interested in also coming out. So this is just a quick list. I won't go through each and every one of them. A few of these are already on the AWS marketplace that we're porting over to the bot store, but you should be seeing, these five cells, these 7, 8 coming out towards the end of October, and these additional six from, fourth generation, which is more focused solution accelerators in healthcare or life sciences coming out towards the end of January. But this is our pipeline, and you can go ahead and start downloading these directly from the bot store, uh, you know, whenever as they're launched.
Awesome. Okay, we have a few more minutes if anyone has any final questions. Matt, Akshay, any final thoughts? Okay, quiet bunch today. Awesome. Well, thank you everybody for joining us today. We hope you go and download the Solution Accelerator from Bot Store. We will be posting more information about each of the Solution Accelerators as they launch in Bot Store in our community blog. So you can check out there for additional previews. And of course, if you have any questions, you know where to find us in the community. We will be there. You let us know what you need, and we will do our best to help. Thank you all, and have an excellent rest of your week. Thanks, Juan.
Thanks, Kate.
Thanks all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.